not going well. In a previous vlog, you'll remember in the Yorkshire Dales, I said the next video was going to be about the South Lake Safari Park, and I was heading there the next day. I was going to vlog from there. Well, things didn't quite turn out that way. So yes, that was the plan. We were going to go to South Lake Safari Park, and indeed I was going to vlog from there. I use a Motorola G7 Power phone, and now that was bought a long time ago now, and when I wasn't doing vlogs, it wasn't a problem that it wouldn't work with an external mic. Now that I do vlogs, of course, not so good. So the standard mic on this was just picking up all the wind noise. It was quite a breezy day, so unfortunately all the audio was garbage. So here I am in the office to introduce the video because my introduction was rubbish. Now on to South Lake Safari Park. Now that's in obviously the South Lakes near Ulverston. It's a 51-acre site. They house about 1,000 animals there, and it opened in 1994. Now I've said it before, these types of locations, not only is it a great day out with the family, but also as a photographer, it's a great place to learn more about your camera, shoot some really good images, and get the best out of the FZ82. The 1200mm lens, the fact that it's such a compact camera, won't interfere with your day out with the family. Great little camera for precisely this location. So that's enough of me waffling on. Let's now look at some of the video and still images I managed to capture with the FZ82 at South Lake Safari Park. So my thoughts on the photographs I managed to capture? Well, on the whole, I think they were quite good. There were a few issues during the day. It was an extremely hot day, and quite a lot of the big cats were hiding away in their enclosures, as they're entitled to do. And that was a little bit disappointing, but that's how it rolls, I guess. Because it was a hot and sunny day, the light was quite harsh, and occasionally you did have situations where there was such a dynamic range within the shot, you felt as if the FZ82 was struggling a little bit because of the small sensor that it's got. However, I did shoot in RAW, and I think that helped because I was able then to lift the shadows, bring the highlights down, and give overall a better image. If you're currently shooting in JPEG only mode with your FZ82, I do suggest that you consider shooting in RAW, especially when you've got extremes like this. It really does help being able to kind of rescue what would otherwise be an overblown highlight in a JPEG, or your shadows are so dark that you've lost a lot of detail. One issue with zoos is the wire mesh or glass on some of the enclosures, and that can either give you reflections, or obviously the mesh is there right in front of your shot. Now you have to get a bit creative. What I did in the shot with the wolves was to use the diamond shape of the mesh to actually frame the animal. Now ideally, if they were further away, you would just use a lower f number and alter the depth of field so that you could eliminate the mesh entirely from the shot. In this instance, I wasn't able to do that, so I had to get creative and try and work around it. Same with the shot of the tigers. The shot of the otter, unfortunately, he was right in front of the glass. There were water droplets on the glass. Couldn't really do anything about that. Just thought I'd take the shot because it was an extreme close-up with the animal. For me, the big plus with that camera is always that 20 to 1200mm lens. It allows you to capture some fantastic images, and yeah, that's the big plus of using something like a bridge camera in this environment. So what were my favourite shots of the day? Well, it has to be the rhinos. I love all of the texture in those images, and also the shots of the red panda. I think I just captured these cheeky little persona in those images. I really was really happy with those ones. So if you have a Panasonic FZ80 or FZ82, or indeed any other similar bridge camera with a good lens on it, then why not consider a trip to the zoo? You may be amazed at what kind of images you come home with. So now I just really want to talk about supporting the channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel a lot. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing, and if you ring the bell as well, you'll get to know every time I upload a video. I've recently also decided to sign up to Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to support the channel, thank me for any support I've given you, whatever. I'd really appreciate it if you would be so generous as to buy me a coffee. The link will be in the description below. Thank you very much. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. And I've been Andrew. This is Andrew Walton Photography, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.